Check out
Dark side, fill the lol cow.
in Phil of the Future next.
Yeah. Derek, good luck on your driving test tomorrow.
In Life with Derek.
Did a $10 super chat. We're actually up to $12 of support so far tonight. Thank you guys for the early support. Tonight, let's get some support rolling. Let's be sure to hit the goal tonight. Why? Well, yesterday, the late night stream of Mafia tanked. I only made like $30 last night in a 2.5 hour stream of Mafia gameplay. And then earlier today, I made about $100 during Death Stranding 2. That's not bad, especially for Death Stranding 2, which is an insanely long 40+ hour playthrough with insanely boring gameplay. I'm just happy that people are still coming by and engaging and supporting that stream. We didn't hit the goal. I'm not super upset about it or anything. You know, I'm happy. Wow, people are still coming by for this shit. So that's good. But Truck Sim has been going strong ever since we started it 3 months ago. Over 34 hours of playtime in Truck Sim so far. Let's do it again tonight. Let's hit the goal. Let's have some fun. All right? I'm being 5 gifted subs here tonight. I appreciate that. You want to know why? Earlier today, I only got 1 sub on that first stream, which is why we probably didn't do as good as hitting a goal, you know? If we had support from Kick, we probably would have hit the goal, but we only had 1 sub. So thank you. $25 to start, plus the 12 gets us to 37 to start. Thank you, guys. Again, let's absolutely hit that goal. All right. Who's going to be our first tip of the night? Who's going to be our first super chatter of the night? Let's get some animations going. I take that back. We already had a super chatter. My bad. Who's going to be the second super chatter of the night? Let's have some animations going. Let's go. That's right. We need to hit the goal tonight for sure. After 2 streams not hitting the goal, we got to hit the goal tonight. Let's get to 96. Excuse me. Let's get to 6 out of 10 goals hit. Let's get that we're in position for Shake Shack's new hot dog menu. Don't you want to see me chomp down and suck down some hot dogs this week? Pickle flavor, spicy flavor,
Chili cheese flavor hot dogs.
I know you do. You missed out because Friday was not a good episode of DSP Tries It. It was so bad I actually didn't formally upload it. I did have it, but it's part of the marathon. It just did not go well. So let's do a good one this week, and let's do it as soon as possible. How about this? Tonight, let's hit 5 goals on the stream. 5. Let's make $750 on tonight's stream, and let's do DSP Tries It, Shake Shack hot dog menu tomorrow. 5 goals tonight. We could do it. We're already almost a third to 1. Let's go. Who's next? Let's go. Strong Gates Legacy says, I believe in American Truck Simulator. There you go. Believe in the game. The game has done very well. Let's go. Here's what should happen. Someone right now gift an entire goal in 1 transaction. 1 $150 tip, 1 $150 super chat, or 30 subs on Kick. And if you do that, that will lay the groundwork. That will lay the example for others to follow till we get 4 more. And then it will be DSP Tries It tomorrow, as we all deserve. We all deserve one. We didn't get one on Friday because you had me drink too much bad liquor, and the food also wasn't very appetizing when it showed up. If that food had actually tasted and smelled good, it probably would have been all right, but it actually wasn't good either, and I was like, oh, God, it was not agreeing with me. So I'm just curious. I haven't brought this up in like 2 months. Would anyone ever be interested in the badges over on Kick? Because we haven't done them in a while. The VIP and the OG badges. It's been like 2-3 months since we brought them up. Remember, I was giving out VIP badges for what was it? 10 subs, and then the OG and a VIP badge combo for 20 subs. I would do that tonight. I don't know if any of you are interested in that at all. I haven't brought it up in a long time, and no one seems to ever bring it up. But I mean, I could make the offer again. We have them. We have VIP and OG badges. Instead of $2 super chat says, I got you. 4 more to go. No, $2 did not hit the goal. Sorry, but I appreciate $2. It's still very much appreciated. But that's not the 150. You're slightly off. Just add another 148 to that. And send it back, and you'll be good. Chinese Food MSG Real says, I'm afraid of getting doxxed if I donate. Don't worry about that. No one cares about you. If you donate, no one's going to even look into it or try to stalk you. No one cares about it. Some guy's named Chinese Food MSG. Ridiculous. You could literally gift 500 subs right now. No one would give a crap. No one would follow you or figure it out. That is true. Someone just said, let's felt the casino. Let's all give $4,000 tonight. That would hit the goal. Not only would that hit the goal, but that would be the best grossing stream I've ever done. And therefore, that would top the casino co-op stream from a year ago, which was right about now, by the way. It was right around this time of the month. It wasn't like right in the middle of August when we did it. So we're getting to that 1 year anniversary. Can we get a stream to actually beat that one? Charcoal-like flavor. Damn, 12 days ago was the last DSP tries I've ever done. 12 days ago. That's upsetting, actually. We should definitely be doing it more often than every 12 days. Wow. See, I'm upset. Wow. It was. Are you kidding? Wait, what? Guys, it was exactly 1 year ago. It was August 11th, 2024, when we did the co-op react. Are you kidding me? I got to post up about this. Hold on a second now. I really didn't realize today's the actual 1 year anniversary. Did anyone even know that? All right, I'm posting up right now. That is the 1 year anniversary. Everyone come and hang out with us tonight to talk about it. I am down to talk about this tonight for sure. What a topic. Let's go. Let's get this topic going tonight, shall we? That's a good topic to talk about, the 1 year anniversary. Excuse me. Absolutely. So for goodness sake, for the 1 year anniversary, let's get some support. Like I told you, my goal this year is to try to do a stream that tops the level of support that I got during that stream. And that stream I made around $3,000, seriously. So let's do it. Let's top it. Come on. All right, let's continue. Game change detected. Okay, so here we go. What is going on, everyone? Good evening and welcome back to American Truck Sim Chill Streaming. So, momentous, because really, I would argue that co-op event, even though, yes, I had done an appearance on that Kino Casino show before that, I would argue that it was that event, that cooperative react, that cemented in people's interest in me to show them that I'm not just some kind of a meme or a schlub, that I actually was entertaining and I could add something to things outside of me just, sitting around and just playing video games. And since then, things have been really good for me. Now, I've been saying this for the last several months, but I want to bring it up again. That stream, that particular stream on August 11th, 2024, was one of my most profitable streams I've ever had, but it was because there was co-op, right? It was me working with the guys from Kino Casino to do this epic event. I would like to do a stream where I can hit those heights and exceed them myself. That day alone, between tips, super chats, and memberships, I made around $3,000. All right? So now what I would like to do is find a way somehow, someday, with my own content to hit those levels. I don't have to do a co-op in order to have basically that level of success, all right? Kino Casino's watching right now? All right, well, cheers to Andy and Ashton. 1 year anniversary of us destroying Review Tech USA. Even if we don't hate each other's, if we hate each other's guts now or whatever, that's a moot point for this. This is the celebration of the fact that we collabed once on an amazing piece of content that will be there forever. And people absolutely loved it and love it to this day. And to be quite honest, nothing's really changed in regard to Review Tech. It's not like this guy has changed his position in life or improved. That's for sure. He certainly has fucking tanked, right? So, cheers for the one collab that was really good. Sadly, I don't think anything else that we did was nearly as good, but that was definitely one of the best things we ever did. That was the best thing we ever did, to be honest. I guess I phrased it. I phrased it badly because what I'm trying to say is, okay, so for those who don't know what the hell I'm talking about, on Friday, I was doing a marathon stream and I ordered some food. I ordered jambalaya from a local restaurant, which is rice with shrimp, sausage, chicken. There might have been something else, and then a bunch of peppers, veggies, and like a sauce, like a roux, okay? I got it, I started eating, I'm like, this isn't as good as what my wife makes me for dinner. Like, my wife makes me gumbo, homemade gumbo that has big ass shrimp.
Go straight.
Okay? And chicken sausage. And she makes the roux and chops up and does everything with peppers and all kinds of ingredients. And we have it over rice. And her gumbo is way better than what I got from the restaurant. And that's the point I was trying to make. But I guess the way that I'm saying it is making people think like I'm insulting her cooking. No, what I'm saying is her cooking's really good, but if I'm buying something that's from an expensive restaurant, it should be better than home cooking, and it's not, which is ridiculous, right? That's the point I'm trying to make. Like, why the hell did I even order this if I could have just asked my wife to make me dinner? So I hope that makes sense. I guess I didn't say it properly during the event, and now, of course, all the idiots jump on my throat because they're all fucking obsessed retards who have to try to turn everything I say into something toxic when it's not. Trust me, my wife is not insulted by what I said. I told her the same thing when I went downstairs. I had it in my hand. I said, your gumbo is way better than this. Like, I don't know why I paid money for this. Your food is better. And she was happy about that, to know that she's a good cook. She wasn't insulted. Okay. I know they want to make it sound like I said something toxic and negative when I didn't. A £2 super chat. That's 41 bucks to support, everyone. Please, let's keep that rolling and hit that goal tonight. We have hit the goal every single time we've done Truck Sim. And being that is the 1-year anniversary of the collab to destroy Review Tech USA, it sure would be nice to celebrate tonight in grand fashion. There it is, the chip. It's just sad. It's just sad because, like I said, when I did my stream where I invited Review Tech on the stream, I was going to give him the opportunity to basically do that co-op stream with me, have fun, and at the end, I was gonna possibly offer him his chip back, depending on how he did. But he failed instantly. Like, he didn't even get, what, an hour into it? Not even a half an hour. He was such a fucking schlub and a horrible entertainer and a horrible person. He couldn't get past the fact that he wanted to talk about dumb shit like, I don't talk into the mic like this all the time. Like, I'm like, dude, I'm about to reveal all this stuff about me working with Kino Casino. I'm about to drop the DMs. We're going to go through them. We're going to spill the tea. We got all the stuff you want to know about. And he goes, Phil, why don't you talk into your mic like this all the time? He's fucking retarded. Seriously, I mean, I can't think of a dumber person on this fucking planet. That's what he wanted to talk about. So I dumped him, and then I did the stream like I wanted to. Anyway, so here's the chip. I still have it. I don't know if I'll ever use it, any day or not, I don't know. Thank you for a $5 super sticker. Now we're up to 46 bucks of support. Thank you so much. And by the way, for the record, since I basically got out of the drama, I'm not even kidding you, since that stream, and what was that, March? So what are we, in August now? Jesus, 5 months? It's been 5 months. Wow, time flies. I haven't paid any attention to Review Tech at all, and life is good. I don't care what he does. I know he probably brings me up all the time and he still fucking does the same shit. I don't care. You guys are trying to, he got a tattoo. I don't care. I literally don't give a fuck about that man. He's a weirdo fuck. I want, zero involvement is more than enough involvement with him. So thank goodness. Yeah, I would like to, for myself,
turn left.
One day top that. Will it be tonight? Maybe. Maybe we can make $3,000 tonight. It was a $3,000 profit stream for me, so maybe I'll make $3,001 tonight, and boom, we've done it. And we can say, off with the past and on to the future, right? There you go. Yeah, right.
Turn left.
Remortgage your house. If your house is only worth $3,000, I feel very bad for you. He says, I'm going to remortgage my house to do it, to hit the goal. Maybe take out a small loan. That's something about. I'll take out a small unsecured loan to hit your goal tonight, Phil. There you go. That would have made more realistic. But how many goals do we have to hit so we won't talk about the goals again tonight? 2. How about that? If we hit 2 goals tonight, I will not mention goals for the rest of the night. Seriously. Because that would make up for the slow-ass stream I did yesterday of Mafia, and we did our goal tonight and get us back on track. Would I co-sign the loan? What? Why would I co-sign the loan that someone's giving me the money from? Wouldn't that be kind of a conflict of interest? I'm pretty sure they wouldn't allow that. Mega Man brought in over 1,000, so don't say never. I don't know. Mega Man was a marathon. People like the marathon events. They like to see me hit, take shots and stuff.
Turn right.
So I totally understand that. We're not doing that tonight, so I don't think we're going to be making $3,000 tonight. Let's get some support for the stream, everybody. Come on, we haven't had any support in over 15 minutes. That's absolutely ridiculous. This is the anniversary stream. This is the big one. This is the one to celebrate a year of success, resounding success. Let's get some support of every kind. Some super chats, some memberships, some tips, some subs, and let's hit that goal. Let's crush that goal. Let's do a flying body splash off the top rope on top of the goal. What best way to celebrate one of my most supported streams ever than with support, right? That's how you do it. So thank you for that. That's 25 bucks of support. That gets us up to $61 of support so far. Thank you guys. However, there's bad news. I just got charged for my monthly Game Pass Ultimate subscription. That's $22. So we have to remove that from the stream because that I got taken away. So we subtract 22 from the goal tonight. That's right. Because that's something I had to pay. So that doesn't count for the stream. We subtract that. There you go. So actually, it was only $3 that you gifted. $3. That's how we have to do it. We have to be fair and even here. You understand? It's supposed to be I'm making $150 of profits, not just I'm making it and then I spend it immediately. I'm making profits, so we have to top that now. That's modern streamer math. That's how it works. All right, so obviously I'm joking. We're not going to do that, okay? Oh, shit. Do I take money order? Sure, why not? Check money order. Pound of flesh. Quarts of blood? Sure. Why not? Kidneys? Got extra kidney? Chinese food SMG Reel says, take my penis, king. Chinese food SMG Reel, we know you don't have a foot long. Sorry, you probably got like a nice 2-incher or something there, right? You don't have a foot long, you got like a little cocktail weenie. And we don't want to see it, we want nothing to do with it. Keep it in your pants, boyo. All right. Oh, don't mention that, most tasteless. Don't mention Review Tech's penis. That's disgusting. We don't want to talk about that tonight. Stop it. Strike it from the record. He didn't say it. No one saw it. Disgusting. Bad enough that anyone on Earth saw it before. He must have because he has kids. I mean, that's pretty bad. We don't need to be talking about it. All right, here we go. Someone just said, Phil, would you consider opening a personal OnlyFans whose only client would be Review Tech USA? You know he'd be the number one. He would dump so much money into it. Are you kidding me? Every dollar he makes on stream would go directly to my OnlyFans. You know that. It's insanely disturbing. It's creepy, really creepy shit, but you know it's true. We're not at 61 of support. We're at 71 because we were at 49 and did a $25 5 gifted sub, so we should be at 71. Sorry about that. I was counting my shekels in my head there while I was driving, and I realized I made a grievous calculation error. We have to fix that. All right, so let's continue, guys. We're almost halfway to the goal. Let's get to halfway to the goal right now. Who's going to drop $4 with a super chat, a single membership, two memberships, a single sub, or a tip? Let's hit it right now, 75. So we're halfway. Oh, shit! I was a little distracted. That was a close one. Is Rich the same age as me? If so, that's absolutely embarrassingly pathetic, isn't it? Wow. For him, not for me. Holy shit, in comparison, are you kidding me? Like I said, I'm actually in better shape now than I have been for most of my life. I would say when I was a kid, I was in shape all through high school and probably first year of college. And then after that, it kind of went downhill. And I battled obesity for a while there, on and off, and now I'm in much better shape. I'm actually almost to my high school weight. Like I told you guys, in high school, I was around 180 pounds, 185-ish, and my doctor had told me that's my ideal. that I always want to be around that for the rest of my life. Once I've hit my my growth and I'm done growing. And right now I balance between 190 to 195, and I bounce back and forth a little bit, that 5 pound range. But I'm trying, really, I'm trying to get it down, and I'm trying to, get healthy. Now is the time, because the thing is, I'm 43 years old. Now I have the opportunity, I have the time. I got to do it now. I can't wait till I'm grossly overweight. My back is killing me. My knees are destroyed. My heart is ravaged. I have to be doing it now. And, I'm glad the last year I'm grabbing life by the balls. Jade, how are you tonight? Good to see you. Welcome to the stream. So really, we're not going to get someone to do a $4 contribution so we can get halfway to the goal right now. Come on, someone do me that favor. Come on, we're celebrating. It's the 1-year anniversary of the Review Tech React. Let's get those good vibes going. Jade says he was watching WWE's Most Wanted Treasures. Oh, I don't know anything about that. As I said, I haven't followed WWE since WrestleMania. Quite frankly, I don't think I'm missing much. Did you hear the announcement that now... So I just got into WWE again to cover WWE for like 4 months, right? I did, Netflix Raw through WrestleMania. And just to do that, I had to get Netflix in order to watch Raw. I had to get Peacock in order to watch the pay-per-views. Then I had to get a VPN so that I could actually change my geolocation to watch SmackDown also on Netflix. So I have 3 subscriptions just to watch WWE for that show. Now, they just announced, we're changing it. The pay-per-views will no longer be on Peacock. Now you have to get an even more expensive ESPN subscription service that apparently is starting in August, and that's $30 a fucking month. $30 a month? What? That's insane. So just think about it this way. Guess how much pay-per-views used to cost back in the day? $30. Guess how much WWE used to charge for them? Or guess how often WWE used to do them? Once a month. So you're literally paying $30 a month, the same price you used to pay for the pay-per-views like years and years ago. So they went back to their old pricing model. You're fucked. It's funny because some people are trying to spin it and they're like, oh no, this is a good thing because you get ESPN and WWE together. Okay, but WWE is sports entertainment, not actual sports. You understand that, right? Like, people who are watching WWE and all of its content, that doesn't necessarily mean they're also watching, I don't know, the NBA or MLB. There's not necessarily a crossover there. There might be, but there's not a guaranteed crossover. So for me, I don't watch that stuff. So if I had to pay $30 a month to watch the pay-per-views, I might just not watch the fucking pay-per-views. Say, fuck this. That's too much money. At least with Netflix, right? Okay, you might say, well, Netflix is what, $15, $20 a month? True, but let's be honest, most people would probably watch more Netflix stuff. You'd find a movie, you'd find a TV show, you'll find something else on Netflix. Even me, since I got Netflix back in January, I've watched a few movies, I've watched a few shows on Netflix because I have it, right? That doesn't mean, though, there's going to be crossover if you're paying $30 a month for ESPN. I wouldn't. I'd be dropping $30. And then it would be way too much money. So I'm actually happy that I'm not doing it anymore. Seriously, if I was doing Smart Guys still and I had long-term plans to do the show, not to say that it's a huge bank-breaking deal, but man, WWE really knows how to rip off their viewer base. They just don't give a shit. Why on earth are they charging even more? And they're trying to promote it like it's something good. They're like, oh, this is great. How is that great? You're taking something that costs less. Peacock is what? $15 a month, $12 a month? And you're making it now increase to $30 a month with no added value. It's not like they're saying, oh, you can get Raw, SmackDown, NXT, all the pay-per-views, and all the archive data from WWE Network, all for $30 a month. That's not what they're saying. They're just saying, oh, just the pay-per-views for $30, which, by the way, you get it now for $12, but now it's $30. Where is the value added to the consumer? It doesn't make any sense at all. So, I don't know. I heard that and I was like, wow, fuck this shit. These guys are scumbags. Like, really? That's greed. That's just outright greed. The only reason they're doing it is because they're taking yet another big payday. They're going to get paid hundreds upon hundreds of millions of dollars to have their pay-per-views exclusively on this ESPN service. But that's not beneficial to the average wrestling fan. You want to know who it is beneficial to? This is the only person who it's beneficial to. People who are like insanely old school wrestling fans, who are like maybe in their 60s, and they never even went to the internet-based streaming services. They still have cable. Because from what I'm to understand, this ESPN service will actually be on cable. Like, I think they were saying it was on Xfinity. I think they said Spectrum. Like, there's like 7-8 cable services where it'll be included. ESPN will be included. Therefore, the pay-per-views will be on cable for free. So if you're a cable subscriber who pays like $150 a month for cable because you're a moron and you never changed your service over the years like everyone else did, you get WWE pay-per-views for free. But everyone else who dumped that shit ages ago, I did almost a decade ago, I got rid of it. It was like 2017, I dumped it. Like, why the hell would I be paying over $100 a month for cable, right? It doesn't make any sense at all. So, yeah, those are the only people who make out with this deal. Everyone else who does the Peacock right now has to pay more. Really ridiculous. Did a $5 super chat. Happy 1-year anniversary on beating review tag. Thank you. I mean, how the tides turned and how the tables turned there, right? Where this guy thought he was on top of the world. He was untouchable. He could just crap on me every day. Now look where the fuck he is. This fucking loser schlub, right? Fuck him. It used to be able to say, yeah, but Phil, he still has a 1 million sub YouTube channel and you don't. Well, he doesn't either. You know? He has nothing. He literally gave it all away because he's the dumbest motherfucker on the planet. I can't believe how dumb that fucking guy is. Jade says, I don't watch sports. I'm just a big WWE fan. Exactly. And listen, there will be some crossover. There'll be some people who like sports and they're like, oh, well, this is good because now I'll get sports and WWE under one package, right? But for me, that would be a waste. And I hate to say, this is how WWE is not just in line with their viewer base. They're just not. They actually think that this is this is going to do a service because they're going to get sports and us together. Nobody cares. People just want the WWE. Honestly, that whole thing, that WWE network, right? When they did that, for what was it, $9.99 a month or whatever it was, $8.99 a month? And everyone was furious about that 10 years ago. That was the best value possible because you got everything, right? I think the only thing was the shows weren't live. You got them like a day late. Wasn't that true? Like Raw and SmackDown would be a few days late, but you'd still get them during the week. And all the pay-per-views, and it had an insane archive of WWE footage. I was watching a whole bunch of like Attitude Era WWE and WCW. I watched a lot of that on the network when it existed until they fucking disbanded it because they decided to go sell out and try to make tons of money. You won big? Tag won big this last weekend. He says, do I do sports betting? No, I don't. I'm not betting on anything. My money that I've made now in the last year has been great, and it's all gone to really important, necessary things, upgrades to the house that we needed, other things that were really important, personal shit. I'm not betting any money. Your future stepdad says hello to Jade. You never bet more than $10, Tag? Probably a good philosophy. Betting smaller amounts means that you can bet more. Although the payout will be smaller, chances are you're not going to win a payout anyway, so who cares, right? I always like that when you go to the casino and you get the person who's like, oh, I want to pay like the $20 slot machine. You're like, what, are you crazy? You're still going to lose your money, but you're just going to lose it faster. Jade says, hello to your future stepdad. How are you tonight? I received a $10 tip, an unofficial app to my Amazon Fire TV device. I get so much live TV and on-demand content you normally pay a fortune for, multiple different subscriptions, an entire library of TV shows and movies for $12 a month. Yeah, but if it's unofficial, I mean, the problem with that is that it's a little sketchy. I'm not 100% sure on that. You know what I mean? Like, it could be that you're getting it now, but then it goes away overnight because they get arrested and shit. Like, I've heard of those, the streaming services. They have like a third-party app, and you go in there, you pay, and all of a sudden you're getting all this content, but it's not kosher, and all of a sudden they get busted and then you lose it all. So, I don't know if I would be like dependent on that, you know? It's kind of being dependent on like pirated content. But good for you if you found a way to save money on it and you're enjoying it for now. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I received a $75 tip. Thank you so much. Guess what, folks? Thank you for $75 tonight. That is incredibly generous, and that gets us to the goal, which is amazing. Thank you for that, especially because I've had a couple very slow streams this week already, and it's good to hit the goal tonight and continue on the thread of success that we have had with American Truck Simulator. Once again, we have hit the goal, and it's early. It's actually so early. So we were at 80. So we've been 86, and then another 75. So we're at 161. All right. So we've done it. Thank you, guys. Now here's the thing. We're not even halfway through tonight's stream. In fact, I'm probably going to just go refuel and then take a break, get my second drink. We could potentially hit a second goal tonight, and that would actually make up for the fact that we had this really bad stream last night of Mafia. It would get us back on track for what we wanted to do this week with DSP Tries It. Can we get another one tonight? Well, I know many people didn't contribute yet. We can get that going. Who else likes Truck Sim and wants to step up and contribute tonight? Let's find out. But again, thank you. That is excellent. Now I don't have to be all worrisome about it all night that, oh no, we didn't hit the goal. Would I say whoa, what happened to the camera? Would I say Truck Sim or bass fishing was better? I would say, you know, I liked bass fishing for a while. I feel like Truck Sim is the most, I don't know, the most successful game that has the most longevity to it. I really do feel like that. Like, this game has worked very well, and we're all enjoying it. We're not tired of it, right? We're still adding states and going to new states and stuff all the time. Now we've got mods we're starting to add. I feel like this is just a great stream. We can talk about anything we want when I'm doing these jobs, right? How do I get out of here? Yeah, look, like, I'm stuck. They're claiming this is the exit. Where do you see an exit? How could that possibly be the exit? It's blocked. What they did, I think they teleported me inside, and now I don't have a way to leave. Is that the exit? Then what? This doesn't make sense. How is this the exit? This isn't even on the map. Where are we going? What is happening? How do you fucking leave? Yo, they teleported me inside and I can't leave. There's no way out. I think this is it. I think it's, the GPS is terrible. Yeah, here it is. The GPS is freaking atrocious here. God damn, that didn't help at all. All right, now get the hell out of here before fucking Jason Voorhees comes out and shoves a giant shovel up our ass or something. You know what he'll do. Put his hand up our butts and work us like a puppet. No thanks. All you idiot dunces over in Kick saying shit like, play Super Mario RPG, play Mario Kart. Shut the fuck up. We're playing Truck Sim and we're enjoying it and we're gonna do it for the whole night and you'll like it. How about that? Because the king says so, and the king is in control of the stream, not you. For low-key, no, he says, I mean, I think he's joking, but he asks, do you think I could hit more goals if I did more driving games? Here's the thing, and this is what I say. Variety. Variety is what works for me. If I tend to do too much of the same thing, people don't like it as much, right? The first time I do a Lego stream, everyone loves it. The third time I'm building Legos, no one cares. So the reason that Truck Sim has been working is because we have one night a week where we reserve to chill and hang out and do it. Sometimes, if time permits, I do one bonus stream, and that's like once a month, right? And it works because of that. I think that if we were doing Truck Sim 2-3 times a week, people would legit get bored of it and say there's too much of it. So I think right now we're doing it exactly right, how it will work, and we should keep it the frequency that we're doing it just for that reason. Okay, and then we'll go rest, and I'll do... So there's one tip to shout out, I think. I haven't looked at it yet. I think it's legit. I'm going to go on a break very briefly, but if you guys want to shout out for a contribution, I would say do it right now. If you do it right now, I can do a shout out before we go on break. There's the dunce. Okay, ignore the dunce. All right, so I knew it. It wasn't a legit tip. That sucks. All right, it is time for a brief break. See you in the next part. Okay. So guys, I'm not going to formally do any break music or anything. We'll just leave it here. You can listen to the soundtrack. But guys, we already hit a goal and we have another hour to go. It would be great if in honor of the 1-year anniversary of the full felting of RTU, that we could hit a bonus goal tonight, which would make up for yesterday's slow stream of Mafia and get us to 7 out of 10 goals hit for DSP Tries It. Can we hit another goal? We have another generous soul out there who would like to contribute and get us to our goal? Alrighty, everybody, I am back. Second half of the night, here we go. Okay, guys, I'm freshly back. Jamari is asking me, would I try Hulk Hogan's Real American beer on a stream of Truck Sim? You know, some people recently have been saying that for a DSP Tries It episode, instead of doing like food taste testing like I usually do, I go to the liquor store and people give me a list of like 5 or 6 different beers, and I actually compare them against each other. So I could do like a typical Mexican beer, a typical German beer, and I guess Hulk Hogan's Real American beer could be the typical American beer. Oh, it's not really typical. It's brand new, right? It only just came out this year. That could be something interesting for a DSP Tries It, but I would definitely need your suggestions of what to get, so that I know when I go to the liquor store, you know, to either get it then or ask them, hey, can you order it or whatever, right? So I'd be down for that because I wouldn't drink 6 beers. I just have like a few sips of each beer, right? Okay. Jade says, can we go to Des Moines, Iowa? We have Iowa, don't we? I love it. I'm desperately looking for something. Absolutely everyone in both chats is completely fucking silent and says nothing to help me. We don't have it. It's over here. We don't have Iowa. All right. I don't think we have it, Jade. We can double check, but I don't think we have it. All right, guys. Well, here's the deal. By the end of tonight, I want to try to hit another goal. For tonight only, we will bring back the badges on Kick. For 10 gifted subs, you get a VIP badge. You can gift it to someone. For 20 gifted subs, you can get an OG badge. You can gift it to someone. And you'll also get the VIP badge if you get an OG badge. $20 super chat here tonight.
Oh, banana.
Thank you. $20 super chat tonight. That's the biggest one of the night. All right, come on. Who's going to take advantage? For the first time in like 2 effing months, I'm offering the badge deal tonight on Kick. VIP badge for 10 subs. OG badge for 20 subs. And you get the VIP. And you don't have to keep it for yourself. You can gift it to your friend, to another viewer. Someone take advantage of that. Let's hit a second goal tonight to make up for earlier this week, yesterday. Right? Let's do it. And it sure would be great if we could get some more support on YouTube, some super chats. Thank you for that. Or some tips. Right now we're only, what, like $110 away from hitting a second goal tonight. Let's do it. On this lovely first anniversary of the first ever co-op react that I did, that felted review tech, and he's never been the same since. You're going to bed soon, Jade? All right, you have a good night. I hope you feel better tomorrow. I know you haven't been feeling great today. What are you talking about? No, we didn't. Someone just said, anniversary of having Casino as friends, we almost made a year. Dude, it ended in March. It's August. That was 5 months ago. Technically, it didn't even, it lasted just like half a year, if that. And the whole time they were faking anyway. Everyone knows they were faking. It seems like the only people who were convinced were their viewers. Like, my viewers weren't fooled. I wasn't fooled. They obviously weren't really my friends. It was only their viewers who were fooled by any of this. Well, that's the thing, Bookworm. He says the Kino fans were really fickle, weren't they? The truth is that I think their fans are... They're the kind of people that they just want to go where the drama is. Okay? They do. They want to go where the drama is. If I were a drama creator and I split with the Casino but I kept making drama, some of them probably would have stuck around and kept watching my stuff, honestly. But I'm not. I'm a gamer. I'm a gaming content creator. That's who I want to be. They don't want to just chill and have a good time. A few of them do. A few of the people who are watching me and stuck around are casino viewers, but many of them made new accounts and things so that people don't know that it's really them. You know, so, I don't want people holding it against me that I watch Phil because now, he's not with casino anymore. But for the most part, you're right. The vast majority of people who watched them and came to check out my stuff and said, I actually really genuinely like Phil's stuff and everything. I like the gaming. I like the chill vibes. The moment that I said, that's it, I'm done with them. Oh, well, fuck Phil. And they all just disappeared, right? Take a look at the people on the top of the kick leaderboards. The all-time gifters, they're all gone. They all just left or turned on me simply because I said, I'm not doing drama content with the casino. I refuse. So, that's what I mean. Like, if I did do drama content, but just did it on my own without them, and we had a split, I think that a lot of them might have stayed, but that's what they're there for. They didn't come for chill vibing gameplay and stuff like that. So they're not going to stick around after I'm not doing that kind of content anymore, you see? Oh, Jazz, I totally agree with that. Jazz says, a lot of people have stuck around for the past decade, but they just lurk. That I agree with, but that's not what we're talking about. That we're talking about just people who like my content and like me for me. We were talking about people who just started watching me last year because of the casino collapse, you see? No, see, here's the thing. Tunabo says, well, you banned a lot of them. No. They came on my streams completely insulting me, insulting my viewers, saying my content was terrible. They purposely came and trolled and broke all the rules to get banned. It wasn't, I just one day said, just ban everyone who likes Kino Casino. That's not what happened. In fact, it was the opposite. I said, you guys are still welcome to stay. I want you guys to stay. But many of them just immediately turned on me because I said, I don't want to work with the casino anymore, because of the drama shit. Again, it's just sad, like, a lot of those people can't really think for themselves. Because I feel like if they would think for themselves, maybe some of them would have stuck around and checked out my stuff longer term. But they just do what they're told. They're basically like really gullible people. They just do exactly what they're told. So if the casino says, fuck Phil now because he's not doing stuff with us anymore and he screwed us and he owes us an apology and all that bullshit, they just listen. They don't think for themselves or anything. They don't listen to a word I say. They just immediately, okay, well, that's what he said, so that's what we gotta do. Now, it's a simpleton's mindset to not have independent thought. It's kind of sad that they're just this, like, really weird groupthink mentality, very sheepish. But let's be honest, that's probably some of the reason why so many of them watched and supported me for those few months anyway. Because they were told to, not because they actually checked out my stuff and liked it, but, if Kino Casino says that Phil's good, then that means he's good, so we gotta go watch and support him, right? To the $5 super chat, if you went full drama content, do you think it would lead to you having a bigger, more popular channel, or being a variety streamer is better long run? It's this simple. Drama sells. Overall, drama does make a lot of money, and usually, drama content creators these days are very successful. The problem with drama content creation is that you have to go all the way into it. You can't just dip your toe in and say, okay, I've decided against it. If you do it, that's it. That's you forever. Because you are now wrapped up with all of these parties who are doing awful things, saying awful things. Skeletons come pouring out of the closet with these people, right? And now you're associated with that group. So you either have to go all in, this is it, this is what I'm gonna do, or not. Me, I'm sorry. I have a wife, and I have a life, and I'm not a 20-year-old guy who's willing to just go all in and say, all right, my whole life will be drama. No, I've had enough. In fact, I'm at the point in my life I want less drama. I've already been there, done that. I want to take a step back with drama, and every once in a while, maybe dip my toe in there for time to time for silliness, but that's not who I want to be, okay? I tell you right now, if I did it full time and I got into full-time feuds with RTU and full-time feuds with LTG and even the casino and all that, I would get way more views, I would make way more money, and I would get way more attention. Other people would pick me up because they would react to my content, and that's how the engine works, right? The whole react cycle on the internet. But that's not who I want to be. I want to chill. I want to enjoy games. I want to have fun times. I want to have good social interactions with you guys. I don't want my entire existence to be crapping on someone, being toxic, because then, I hate to say it, what comes around goes around, right? So Just because you're on top of the world today doesn't mean you're going to be on top of the world in 2 months, in 2 years, and boom, it comes back to bite you, right? So I don't want to live that life. Right now, Kino Casino is doing well, but when's the next person going to be exposed who's their viewer who's a pedophile or who's a groomer or one of their skeletons falls out of their closet and now the whole world has to see it and everyone's going to talk about it because, hey, aren't Kino Casino those guys that make fun of everyone else? Well, now it's time to point the finger at them. You know, like exactly what happened with Review Tech, how he always made fun of me and then all of a sudden he was the one being made fun of way more than me. So I don't want to be a part of that. I don't. I want to do my own thing. All I want to do is make gameplay footage, chill with you guys, have great discussions, interactions, and just be in my own little spot and don't poke the hornet's nest. I don't want to fuck with anyone. I don't want anyone to fuck with me. Of course, people will still fuck with me because they are degenerate, low-life scum who think that that's a way to get ahead in life. It's not. It's fucked up. It's immoral. And I don't want to be a part of it. All right? But thank you. Now we're at 212 out of 300, guys. We are almost to a second goal. And like I said, now we have about over half an hour left on stream. We can make this happen. Let's hit a second goal tonight. Number 1, in celebration of the 1-year anniversary of the felting of RTU. And number 2, because it would help me a lot to make up for yesterday's Slow Mafia stream and keep us on pace for a very, very soon DSP Tries It of Shake Shack, which I want to do. Okay? Let's go for it. All right, thank you guys. Let's get some more support. Okay, here we go. Thank you guys for the support today. What an amazing night stream. It's like I said, everyone says, you still playing Truck Sim? Guys, Truck Sim is like one of, if not one of my best streams. Every time we do this, we have a great time together. We hang out, we have fun. Great support, right? People like it so much. Come on, if someone takes me up on my offer for a badge on Kick tonight, we'll hit the goal. We will do it. Right now, let's get someone do 10 subs for a VIP or 20 subs for an OG right now. We'll be right there. We'll hit that goal. Let's go. I haven't offered that in months. And quite frankly, I think people forgot about it because I did too. Like, I don't even think about it anymore. Let's someone take advantage of that deal tonight. Bookworm says, Truck Sim seems to be the only stream where I don't have to stop and spank Kick for their nonsense. There you go. Oh no, Sneed Cobain says, the casino is talking about you right now. Oh, what a shocking twist. Who cares? Who gives a shit? Did they actually see that I gave them a positive toast earlier? Because if anything, that's the one big thing that I think we all are owed kudos for is that we kicked ass with that Review Tech documentary react. We really did. It was a unique kind of one-time thing that will never be replicated again. And I think that was truly a moment in time. Yeah, did you know I didn't know that? So Worski, Andy Worski, or Andy, whatever his real name is, because I actually forgot what his real last name is. I didn't know that was him who went viral for the aim thing. I knew of that meme when it happened, but I didn't know who it was. And I had no idea that when I started going on their show and collabing with them that he was the aim meme guy. I had no clue. I only found that out much later. I found that out much later because, remember, during the time when I was working with those guys, there was a big scandal where one of their biggest whales, who apparently had paid for their entire trip to Vegas and basically really wailed out and just, really weird, bizarre behavior that they would pay for a whole trip to Vegas and shit like that. Again, weird shit, right? So apparently that person then got outed as like a pedophile or something. So then they had to hide and lie low. Instead of addressing the allegations, they just basically ignore it all for some reason. And so during that time, a lot of stuff was coming out that was being said about Andy. And he sent me a documentary about him. He was like, if you want the answers about all this, watch this documentary. It covers it really well. So I watched it, but I inadvertently learned while watching the documentary that he was the aim guy, which I didn't know. And then I found out, basically he was kind of a meme and a lolcow, way earlier on. And then he turned, he basically took all of that and got off drugs, which, by the way, if he really is off drugs, I have no clue. People used to ask me all these questions. Is he really off drugs and everything? I don't know. I have no idea. I don't know what he was like when he was on the drugs. So I couldn't tell you if he was different during the time frame that I was, doing stuff with him or not. But good for him if he actually is off drugs, if he really is sober. That's a huge accomplishment. That's really tough to do. And he should get some kudos for that and some respect for that. But yeah, like I don't know. I didn't know any of that. I didn't know that he'd been involved with memes and lolcow shit beforehand. I mean, same thing with like Ashton. I didn't know that he had been involved with all kinds of fucked up stuff before Kino Casino. So basically, when I started working with Kino Casino, there were two groups of people. One group of people said, Philly, don't work with Kino Casino because they're going to stake you, which I kind of knew from day one because everyone warned me. But the other group was, oh no, you don't want to associate with Kino Casino because aren't you aware of all the shit that they've done? The Worski, memes and fucking Ashton and the accusations with him and the fucking chocolate starfish shit. And I was like, I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't care what I was like, whatever. Means to an end for me. I knew I wasn't going to stay hanging out with those guys and doing shit with them forever anyway. And I knew as long as I didn't go too deep into it, I'd be fine, Did I get spammed with the Ashton picture? Yes, I did. Yes, I did. I saw it. I don't want to see it. But I mean, at one point, all my trolls were feeding me all the detractor shit about them. So I didn't want to know any of it. And I tried to tune it out. But how do you avoid it? When literally, you got like 100, 200 people spamming you these pictures and fucking memes and shit. Like, what is this? I don't want to see this gross shit. Now the chats have gotten quiet. King Ferb says, why didn't you take the trip to Florida because you knew you were going to snake them at that point? Again, I've explained it, but no one listens to me, okay? So here's the deal. I know the entire time that this is just me working with them temporarily. I don't want to do anything long-term with them, but it's working, right? I'm getting a boost in popularity and all of that. And then come January-ish, I've noticed that we're not really doing stuff anymore. And so I would ask every once in a while, hey, are you going to put me on the show or do you want to do something together? And that's when we were planning Smart Guys and all of that stuff, right? And I can't remember if we had started Smart Guys or whatever it was. And then all of a sudden, out of the blue, PPP drops in the middle of the night a DM saying that about going down to Hogan's bar in Florida and all of that. And this is just weird. It's not even like saying, hey, do you think maybe we could at some point meet in real life and hang out and do something? This is like flying. He's going to pay for a flight, expensive. Hotel, expensive. To go out and hang out and drink at Hogan's bar, right? Now, again, I have to preface this. He didn't say, hey, I want to fly you and your family out for a paid vacation and we'll spend some time together to meet during it. He said, I want to fly you out to Hogan's bar so we can hang out and drink together. That's weird. Sorry. That's completely weird, especially because I had already told him my life situation that, stuff was going personally with me and my wife and stuff, and I wanted to spend more time with her, and I didn't get to spend enough time with her. So what made him think that I was going to all of a sudden say, yeah, sure, let's just cancel any kind of stuff that I have going on with my own life and my family here to go fly to Hogan's bar and spend time with you, right? It was just freaking bizarre. And so the first response I had back to him was, I hope that you don't get offended, but I have to decline. No, my wife and I don't spend enough time together. We got stuff going on here. So then he did exactly what I thought he would do. Then he changed the offer because he realized that what he had done was pretty bizarre. And he said, oh, well then in that case, I'll fly you and your wife down here and we'll all stay at the same hotel and blah, blah, blah. But that wasn't the first offer. The first offer was he just wanted to fly me out to fucking be bros, right? And I'm sorry, I'm a married dude. I'm 43 years old. Let me put it this way. If Ashton had said, I want to fly to Seattle, I'm going to do some stuff in Seattle. Maybe Andy and I are going to do some shit in Seattle, have a fan meetup in Seattle. But you come and you hang out with us while we're there, and we meet and we spend some time together and we meet the fans, then I would have maybe been like, okay, maybe, that sounds all right. That's business related, but also we can meet, maybe be friendly in person, something like that, right? That sounds way better than, I want to pay your way to fly you across the country to Florida. Literally the furthest possible distance you can fly in the United States from where you live. So it's the longest flight, the most expensive flight possible, for you to just go to a bar with me and drink at Hulk Hogan's bar. And by the way, can I ask an honest question? What's the fucking obsession with Hulk Hogan? I don't have one. All right, that's a detractor meme. Oh, Phil wants to pull the Hogans, and I roll with it. It's funny, right? I'll pull the Hogans. I wasn't in love with Hulk Hogan. All right, I wasn't. When I was a kid, I saw him as like a hero figure because I was a kid. Then when I realized that wrestling wasn't real, I stopped idolizing Hulk Hogan. That was a long time ago. I don't talk about the guy. I don't think about the guy. It's a meme. It's a funny thing to reference because my detractors bring it up because they're fucking obsessed idiots. But it's not real. I have absolutely zero desire to meet Hulk Hogan. Now he's gone and I never can meet him in person. I did see him wrestle in person, for the record. I went to a SmackDown where he wrestled. That was kind of cool. But I had no desire to go meet the guy at his bar. And I don't care. It was a fucking really, really weird ass request. Really weird. Again, out of the blue too. It wasn't like we had been talking about shit like that. He just out of nowhere, he said, I want to do it. So then, when I turned him down the first time, and then he says, oh, well, I'll fly you and your wife out there. And I turned him down the second time, right? I said, no, I just don't want to do this. Like, dude, I'm trying to explain to him in a way that he doesn't get offended. That, like, that's weird. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, don't spend insane amounts of money trying to fly me somewhere. Like, we're not friends like that. You know what I mean? But he didn't, like, get it, I don't think. And then later on now, you know, because we're not doing stuff anymore, then he goes, oh, I was trying to fly his whole family out for a vacation and stuff. What are you talking about? That was never a discussion. The discussion was you wanted to drink with me at Hogan's bar. And then on top of that, you tried to cover for it when I said, nah, it's a little weird. Oh, well, I'll fly your wife out and you can stay at the hotel and everything together. Why would my wife want to fly to Florida with me to go to Hulk Hogan's bar? What are you talking about? If my wife and I want to fly somewhere, we're going to fly somewhere we want to go for a vacation. Want to go to Europe or Japan or so, who knows, somewhere, I don't know. But not fucking Florida, Hulk Hogan's bar. It's the last place we would go on Earth if we had a choice of where to go for a vacation. It's just so bizarre. Again, it's so weird. It doesn't make any sense. But that's what I mean, like, but it's weird for me to not want to do that? No, that is weird. That's just as weird as a whale of yours saying, I want to pay for your entire vacation to Las Vegas. Right now, if you guys want to support my stream, please do. If you want to come by and drop subs and send me tips and contribute via the ways that you say this is because of I like your content and I want you to succeed in life. Thank you. If right now someone contacted me and said, hey, can I fly you out to some place to hang out with me in Vegas and do this? I say, no, that's bizarre. That's really fucking weird. I don't want that. I don't want that level of personal relationship or interaction with the viewer. I have a life. I have a wife. That's who I want to spend time with. Sorry. And I get it. Some viewers, they get so attached, right? They want to. That's just weird as shit to me. But again, I don't think that Ashton gets that. I think Ashton doesn't have that level of comprehension in his head. It doesn't click with him mentally. He doesn't get that at all. He doesn't understand it. You know what I mean? So, I don't know. I don't know what else to say about that. I don't... And like what King Ferbs is saying is, well, why didn't you just milk them anyway? Because I don't want to go to fucking Florida and hang out at Hogan's bar. What don't you get, right? What was I going to do? Well, I'll meet you, but only if you fly me to Europe. And I happen to go on a crazy train trip across Europe. Well, guess what? I don't want to spend it at that time with fucking Ashton. I want to be with my wife. So, so no, none of that made any sense at all, right? Damn, I gotta get off the highway here. Oh, wait. Oh, no. Not again with this. Oh, fuck this. Fuck this shit. Don't care. Out of the fucking way. Don't care. Going right past the block. No, you see, that's different. Alex from Phoenix says, would it be weird if someone saw you at the grocery store and recognized you and wanted to say hi? No. You can always say, hey, are you Darkside Phil? Well, yes, I am. Oh, cool. You know, I'm a fan here. Can I take a picture or whatever? Yeah, sure. Good to meet you. And then that's it. And then you go on your merry way and you let me have my personal space, right? But a little interaction, a little hello or whatever, that's cool. But you notice the difference, right? You notice the difference between that kind of interaction or, hey, I want to pay your way to fly you out and spend a time with me at a bar. Wait, what? And I'm sorry, at that point, the stories had already come out about their Vegas trip and the fucking shit that they were doing there and some of the weirdo gay shit that you heard. people watching other people, etc., etc. And it's like, wait, what the fuck? No, I want no involvement. Because who knows? You go out there, you don't know what you can trust. You don't know how crazy these fucking people are. You go out, oh, let's go hang out at a bar with this guy. Next thing you know, someone slips you a fucking roofie, and you wake up 2 days later, right? Like, oh, no. No, 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 no. Absolutely not. I'm very straight. I'm very happily married. I don't need to be getting into that shit, especially when I'm 43 years old. Get the fuck out of my face and leave me alone. Oh, you don't know about the Vegas thing? So what happened was when I was working with them, it came out that apparently they had a whale who paid their way to Vegas. And they had a crazy, uncontrollable trip. They were drinking uncontrollably. They were literally like, I guess, again, this is what I've heard, because this is what people were sending me the information from. They had hookers in their room. One of them was with the hooker. The other one was watching them be with the hooker. They were doing blow. They were doing all kinds of shit. Okay? So, I don't know. I mean, that's the word that was going around. And people, their detractors were sending me this shit, saying, this is who you're associating with, like to like get at me. And I was like, what does this have to do with me? Nothing. But they wanted to like rub it off on me because I was, you know, doing the show with them and did a collab with them and shit. You know? It has nothing to do with me, but they wanted to act like that was me now. So like I said, that's when Andy sent me this documentary, and he was like, so watch this documentary. It explains everything about this, and you'll see that trip was before I got sober after the fact. And there was another accusation against him too, some stupid accusation that I guess was false. And I guess the documentary explained that it was false or something like that. See, what a lot of people probably don't know, and you probably wouldn't believe, but is the truth, is that as I grew up, I was always the responsible one. I was the one who, when we went out with my friends and they were getting irresponsible with liquor and drugs and shit, I was the one who watched over them to make sure they didn't get arrested or get in trouble. I was kind of the guy. I mean, not to say that I didn't drink, because I did. I would still drink when we were out, but I would be the responsible drunk. I would be the one who like would watch over everyone else and make sure they didn't lose control and get in trouble. So, very much, it could be, you know, Ashton thinking, oh, I'll fly Phil out here and he'll have a good time and we'll all, no. I'm the responsible dude. Like, I'm not gonna fuck with my life and everything and be a crazy idiot risking it all. I'm not, unlike what a lot of people think, I'm not having a midlife crisis. I'm very happy in the middle of my life. I don't want it to change or lose what I have just for one crazy weekend at Hogan's Bar. I'm not a moron. Exactly. You notice the times that I get drunk, do I get drunk outside of my house at a bar or in Vegas doing crazy shit? No, I get drunk playing Mega Man. Could you be any more boring or responsible of a drunk? I really got sloshed playing Mega Man 6 and got stuck on a Robot Master and raged a little. That's my drunken behavior. You know, I'm not out there doing crazy shit, risking the lives of myself and others and being a general asshole, right? All right, so thank you for 217 and support. So guys, if you have enjoyed this stream, please support it. Now would be your chance to do so and get us to the second goal. We're actually almost there. And the second goal tonight would not only make DSP Tries It happen more quickly, but would help a lot because basically, excuse me, basically, I didn't have a good job or a good stream yesterday of Mafia, which really sucked because the game itself was really good. But for whatever reason, it just didn't end up being a very good stream profitability-wise. So it would be great to be able to make up for that tonight. We're a good tear. So if we hit $300, that would be amazing to make up for Mafia yesterday. All right, and I would appreciate that very much, especially it's the 1 year anniversary of the Review Tech collab. And it would sure be great tonight to hit a second goal. And like I said, ultimately my goal is that one day, I don't know when it'll be or how I'll pull it off, but one day I would like to actually top how I did. By the way, we're at Walmart right now. Look, this is actually the Walmart parking lot we're in. One day I would like to top how I did on that stream last year. Like I said, it was around $3,000 freaking dollars that I made during that stream. So I would like to top that someday. And I would like it to actually be genuine supporters of mine, not the Kino Casino fanboy club that just comes out to support because we're felting RTU and they say to do it. It really is amazing how they just command people's money out of their wallets, you know? I don't know. I don't get it. I really don't get it. Maybe it's just people have money who like drama. I don't get it. I don't know. I would love to know where the money comes from. No, fuck that. See, Sneed Cobain says, you already proved yourself over the years. Don't worry about doing a better stream than that. No, fuck that shit. I want to do a better stream than that. I do. Sorry, I think that I can. And I think that I should strive for that. It gives me a goal. It gives me something to work toward. That maybe one day can be a big milestone for me that, you know, despite the fact that there's so many people out there who are constantly against my kind of content, they don't want content that's not harmful. They want drama, right? How dare this lol cow not do lol cow content, but instead just do his own thing and still be successful? We absolutely not. We must drag him down to our level. Well, no. I don't want to be dragged down to anyone's level. I want to be successful for me. And I want to show that I can earn that level of success through hard work that's not toxic, that hurts other people. So I guess we'll see. We'll see if I can ever do it. I don't think I'm ever going to do it now, but maybe someday. I don't know. We'll have to see what happens in time. Well, you know, the truth is this, in time, things change. All attitudes change, you know? Today, I'm certainly not well loved, but at the same time, I have more people who I think respect me today than I've had in a long time. You guys don't understand how bad it was for 10 years when the internet collectively hated me. Not so much anymore. Now people just don't really bring me up in that toxic context anymore. And I think that's a step up, right? I'd much rather just have people not bother me for the toxic shit than to be the stepping, you know, stone of everybody else. So that's a good thing. You know, when people look at Review Tech and say, wow, that guy's an obsessed loser for bringing up DSP, that's a progress. To understand that people are now seeing that and recognizing it for what it is, you know? So things change, maybe over time, and it may take a long time. I don't have any plans, I don't have any plans to stop anytime soon. So it may take another 10 years, 15 years. But I think public attitudes change, and maybe at some point, people will just not care about all this bullshit of the past, the lol cow nonsense, and people will be able to look at my body of work for what it is rather than in this weird corrupted light of twisted hate, and just be like, wow, all right. You know, Phil's okay. Maybe he's not the best. He's certainly not the worst, but he's okay. And then maybe I will actually hit a level of acceptance. And then maybe I can do a stream. You know, one thing that, again, that I would like to do that I just can't do right now is a charity stream. I would like to do a charity event where I'm able to raise funds for a good cause. I still can't do it. I want to, but I still can't do it because they would try to ruin it for me. They would try to actually ruin the charity or whatever it is. You know what I mean? So I think one day I would like to get to that level where I can do the kind of stuff that other people can do, but I can't do right now. That's something that right now I'm just not allowed to do. Why? Because are you stupid? I guess, Icy Bob, I'm sorry, that was a really stupid question. Why? Dude, anything that I try to do that other people do, immediately, let's send the people involved 5,000 pieces of slanderous thing about Phil, saying that he's the devil and he's a racist and he's a sexist and he's a piece of shit. Then let's say that Phil's gonna scam the charity and keep the money and do that. Are you fucking retarded? Of course I can't do that right now. But that's what I mean. Those kind of attitudes can change in time. They have. Right now, are there people who don't like me? Yes. Obsessed fucking weirdo freaks. It's not like the entire internet hates my guts anymore. They did at one point, but not anymore. Keep in mind, now they just say, they make jokes about me being a games journalist. That's a hell of a lot different than what they used to say about me, okay? So that's a good step. All right, guys. All right, this is going to be the end of the stream. Once we get to this gas station, which is right around the corner. Thanks for being a great audience. You rear-ended me, good. Thanks for being a great audience. Thanks for chilling. I hope that you guys enjoyed. I did. We always have a great time with these streams, right? So if someone was going to contribute last second, now would be the time to do it. If not, I'm still appreciative that we not only hit a goal, but exceeded a goal tonight. That is excellent of you. Thank you guys so very much. The only bummer is we exceeded the goal, but it doesn't count as another one towards our goals hit. if we had added what we exceeded tonight to the earlier stream of Death Stranding, we would have had another number count. But that's not how it works, you know? So we are at 90, 96, 95? 96, right? 4 more streams, or 4 more goals need to be hit for DSP Tries It this week. I'm excited for this DSP Tries It. It sounds good to me. Excuse me. There we go. Someone tipped me $1.50 and said, you've matured to the point where you just don't want to waste your time doing stupid shit anymore. Instead, you spend quality time with those you care about. They don't get that because they have a childish mindset. Oh, listen, that is absolutely one thing that is a big difference between me and them, all right? No lie, I'll leave you with this because this is the God's honest truth. Every time that we finished doing an episode of Smart Guys, Ashton and I would sit down and maybe talk for like 20 minutes after the show. And it would be about the show, but also it would be about things in my content, things in their content, possible collabs, ideas for improvement, etc. All right? He outright said to me, Ashton, said, your viewers are not your friends. Your viewers are your wallets. That's what you withdraw money from. That's all they're there for. You use them and you discard them. They don't mean anything to you, and you shouldn't care about them. That's it. And he's saying this to me, and of course, I'm not saying anything against it because I'm still playing the part. And I'm like, I mean, it couldn't be further from the truth. And I want you guys to understand, I cannot be personal friends with every one of you. I hope you know that, right? But I actually really enjoy our nights like tonight where we can just talk and hang out and have a good time. I think that's why these streams of Truck Sim have worked so well. These are the times when I can just have a little drink or two, drive around. Every once in a while I crash, sure. But we talk about all these different topics. We have a great time. We share meaningful time together. Sure, you enjoyed the game, but more than that, we actually had meaningful conversation. How many times can you say you tuned into a Kino Casino stream and you saw them have a meaningful conversation with someone there? It's literally all jokes. It's literally all them making fun of people, ragging on people, and then collecting money. Where's the conversation? Where's the actual interaction, the meaningful moments? There aren't any. It's just all jokes, right? And that's their mentality. We put on a comedy show for you, you shower us with money, and we turn the stream off. They don't care about anything else, right? They don't. So, that's the difference between me and them, is that I'm not like that at all. I really care about these moments we had. As I've grown and matured, remember, I didn't used to do this kind of stuff. I didn't used to do these kind of streams, right? I used to do, I just sit here playing the game. But as soon as I started doing these interactive streams in 2017, long before I had any interaction with any of these people, right? A light bulb, like ding above my head. I was like, this is so much better having a stream where I can interact, talk, and converse about the game, about life, about other topics, about everything. This social interaction is so much better. It's meaningful. People come to my streams and feel like I got to talk and hang out with Phil today, right? As opposed to, I came and I laughed at a bunch of jokes that this guy put out on his stream. And I'm sure there are some people who come and they laugh at me or they laugh with me, whatever it is. I get that, right? I do. But the funny part about it is, I feel like my content's become significantly better and more meaningful to those who watch it since I became this interactive streamer who wants to have conversation and social interaction with all of you. Okay? Sure, you guys absolutely are those who are my support system when it comes to income. But at the same time, I feel like we are people who can have a good time together, just relating, talking about various topics, sharing information with each other about life experiences and things. That's just as meaningful as any of the other stuff. The gameplay, the money, it just is. That's something they don't have and something they never will have because they literally see their audience as wallets to open, unfold, empty, close, and walk away. And if they never see them again, they don't care. There's another wallet to replace it. That's not how I see it. Genuinely, I get sad if there's a regular who disappears. Or if there's someone who maybe is gone for years and they come back and they say hello. I'm like, wow, that's an awesome feeling. It really is. And I appreciate that very, very much, that there's people who've been with me all this time. Who was it? Earlier tonight, someone said, well, there's people who've been watching it for 10 years and they just stay behind the scenes. I appreciate that so much. You have to understand, I get it. We can't be personal friends. It's never going to happen. But the fact that there's people who've been with me along this crazy journey, this 18-year YouTube journey, and you've been watching and engaging and supporting with this content for so long, that means something. Doesn't it mean that I've done something to help the people on this planet? And by the way, I didn't hurt anyone in the process. It wasn't me bringing others down, making fun. And certainly I don't dispose of people at a whim, which is what I was told to do. So here I am a year later, definitely a lot wiser. I've grown. I'm in a much better situation than I was in beforehand. And as much as I really enjoyed some of the stuff that we did, I definitely know now that I've been involved in that that's not who I want to be ultimately. Every once in a while, is it funny to jab at RTU or LTG for the shit that they said and did about me over the years? Absolutely it is. You know, yeah, get them back every once in a while when I can. But that's not who I want to be as a creator, and I hope you guys understand why. And as you can see, I don't have to be. I have found a level of success that I'm okay with as doing what I want to do, and that's an amazing thing. It took a while. It took 10 years of struggle for me to get to a level for me to find what I liked to do that would work, but isn't toxic. But I found it. I've been doing it now for about 5-6 straight months with no drama, and it's working. So thank you to all of you, really, who are here supporting my content. I really appreciate you all. You're allowing me to live the dream, essentially, and I don't have to hate myself every morning, and I can still have morals and values because I don't have to degrade others to do things to support my, and you know, get my family what they need. So thank you for that. Okay. All right, guys. Great stream, right? So next week when we play again, we will continue on from Utah and see what else we want to do. I think that someone had said something about going to it was JD said, what about Iowa? I don't think we have Iowa, right? That's one of the DLCs I think we didn't get. So I don't think we can do that yet, but fun stream. Every week I do this. It's always a fun stream. I have a great time. I hope that you guys did too. All right. And thank you for the support. All right. No, I wasn't expecting to hit 2 goals tonight. Sometimes we have done that with Truck Sim. I wasn't expecting that tonight. I'm very happy with you guys and the level of support you give me when I play this game. Thank you so much. All right. Until next week. Thank you guys. Okay. And so everyone, RTU's chip goes back into the closet for now. Back into the closet. Thank you. Have a good night. See you all tomorrow. And peace out. Bye-bye.
Hey, don't go away. Life with Derek is next.
Then I can't like unfuck her sister. And sister.
So, but why is it in my forum? It has nothing to do with it.